So, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel on this yet another new live stream. So, today is a Friday night and there is no topic in general, so we can literally talk about anything and everything under the sun, preferably related to games, game development, and entrepreneurship because why not? So, hello, I'll just say hello to everyone who has joined in. So, Shadowkill, hello, Common Ayan, hello, Rahat Fatama, hello, Pranav Agarwal, hi. So, today is going to be a chatting session. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you all, answer a few questions, share a few insights, and whatnot. Common Ayan. I think I need to just pin down is this message uh, to answer questions related to Mumbai Gullies. When is the game releasing? Don't want to share right now, and it's under development. Don't worry. Okay, I'm just going to pin this one chat so that I don't get these questions repeatedly, because no matter how much I try, I think there are still going to be questions related to that. So I hope this pinned chat helps out with that question. Okay, all right. Pranav Agarwal asks, I really want to be a game developer, to be honest, but I have no idea how to start or where to learn from. Common Iron, it's a big game. No matter what I say, there are real life struggles and challenges that happen. So it might get pushed, it might get some roadblocks. I will share it when I'm ready. Okay, but Pranav Agarwal, you, my friend, are in luck because I am actually going to teach how to make games through one of my courses, which is literally starting on Monday. So if you are interested in learning game development, you can check out this course. It is hosted on this platform called Spawn School, and I'm going to teach you how to make games in a matter of 3 months. What is the price of this course? If you scroll all the way down, there are two pricing options available. First one is a one-time payment, which is for 42,000, and second one is for a 3-month payment, which is 15,000 per month. And the best part about enrolling through this platform is that you will also get a 1 month paid internship that will pay you 10,000 rupees. Okay, so basically whatever amount you're spending, if you're spending it at in one shot, that is 42,000, then you will get it at basically net 32,000, right? And if you're spending in EMIs, 3 month easy monthly EMIs, then you will effectively get the course at 35,000, because 10,000 rupees you will get back after you finish your internship. So YouTube, yeah, I mean, you can also go through YouTube. There are tons and tons of resources available. The only advantage with my course is that I will be teaching you live, and this actually, like, these courses essentially help you, um, get discipline in making your course, making games basically, and that is what you pay for. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I will get back to the chats now. Spiky says, don't you think Unity as a game engine is a better tool for Indian games that are coming out? I'm a game developer myself, working on an arena FPS shooter right now called Bloodfire. Spiky, yes, it is a very good tool because it is very easy to use, firstly. Secondly, there is a big community of developers that are already on Unity game engine. So it is a very good tool. And yeah, guys, you can see Kapil is actually one of my students who is a part of the current cohort that is coming to an end now. And that those are his words, not mine. He says that as someone who has actually joined this course, it is actually recommended. So Kapil, thanks a lot for your kind words. Pranav Agarwal asks, will we get recorded lecture because I'm in class 12th and timing can be a bit hard? Pranav, absolutely yes. all the lectures will be live and recorded, and recordings will be available for lifetime. So you can go back to any of the sessions and view it again. In fact, I recommend my students to actually go back and watch the recordings so that they get to practice a lot. So yes, to answer your question, yes, the recordings will be available for sure. Mikey, you asked, sir, I'm in class 11th and I have science and maths plus CS. How can I become a game dev? Mikey, again, you can check out my course. It is hosted on Spawn School's website. Uh, I'm going to give you a link of the course once again. So, Mikey, you can check out this website, and you can check out this flexible payment options available as well. Uh, you can scroll all the way down. There are two payment options, and the next batch is actually starting on Monday. So if you guys are interested, hurry up because the batch is starting very, very soon. All right, now coming back, play hunts. Play hunts. So here's the thing. I think I can't really help it. It's a big game. It needs its time to develop, and I understand that the hype is going down, as you say. But whatever video I put out, I just get the same question every single day, that when is Mumbai Gullies launching? So I don't see the hype dying down. And I think that like every game has a certain audience that's always looking forward to it. And I think we have been able to create that anticipation, that endless anticipation, that people will be willing to be there for us. I firmly and confidently believe that. I'm not being overconfident in this. I'm not, but I genuinely think that when the game does release, there will be people out there who will uh, be ready to play the game. Common Ayan, about 70%, you can say 70%, right? Yeah, about 70% is remaining. Shadowkill says, I'm also a dev, but UE5 has lots of giveaways and free assets and helps a lot in creating realism. Shadowkill, true, but here's the thing, realism might not always translate to a fun gameplay, right? That is the fine balance that you need to maintain. Abhishek Chaudhary asked why Unreal Engine 5 is getting hate nowadays. I don't know, I haven't seen any hate as such. गेम किकर सर मेरा एक सवाल था, अनरियल इंजन के विजुअल्स बहुत अच्छे हैं बट गेम प्ले मैकेनिक्स लाइक मूवमेंट्स अच्छे नहीं हैं एंड बहुत परफॉर्मेंस इश्यूज होते हैं, तभी लोग अनरियल इंजन 5 यूज कर रहे हैं. See, at the end of the day, engine is just a matter of how the person who is using that engine is expert in that engine, right? uh, it might be possible that you use Unity game engine and make a much better looking and a better functioning game than what you can in Unreal Engine, and vice versa. So it is not about the engine, it is not at all about the engine, it is about how you use that engine, it is about what you are creating with that engine. And not every engine has to look realistic, not every game has to look realistic, right? So that's just the common answer. क्योंकि सर माइंडसाई एंड माफिया दोनों एग्जांपल है. Yeah, right. I mean, Mindsai was also probably made in Unreal Engine, as far as I remember. Mindsai game engine. It was, yeah. I'll just share my screen over here. Yeah, see, so the best example, like people are talking about this right now. Mindsai was made in Unreal Engine, and I think Mafia, the old country, this was also made in Unreal Engine. So engine really does not matter. It's about the people who are using that engine that matters. Like you can have one of the best concepts being built by two different teams, and one team might outperform the other just because they have a better in-depth understanding of the engine. So that is what is factually true. And in fact, I would also go on to say that it was very much the case in our situation as well. We in India have not worked on bigger titles like these. Like Mafia as a franchise has existed for how many years? I think if we just look at Mafia, the franchise, the first game in Mafia came out in 2002. 2002. It's been 23 years since the Mafia franchise has existed. And if you were to look at Mafia, the first video game, the first Mafia game, let's say Mafia 1, right? If you look at Mafia 1's visuals, they literally started at this, right? They started at this. Just turn off the audio so I don't get copyright. Anyway, so they started with this. This is the visuals, this is the graphics of Mafia 1 back in 2002. And of course, for that time, these graphics were fantastic. These graphics were super realistic, if I were to say so, right? But the biggest advantage that these Western developers had, that they started over here. They started with these type of graphics, right? And in today's age and time, people have progressed a lot. Gamers have progressed a lot, and they expect every game to look super realistic. They expect every game to play fantastically. But I don't think that is a realistic expectation from the development perspective, and I'll tell you why. Because it's about engineering. Like games are a piece of software. It is complicated engineering that goes behind the scenes to make such games. It is not an easy task to make a game, and i'm not saying this from a perspective of complaining. I'm just trying to like educate you guys about the process. One of my friends told me this statement very early on, I think in early 2010s or so, that game programmers are just as smart as rocket scientists. It's a very absurd and ambitious statement to put out, but I feel it's true, because game programmers are combining multiple disciplines. It's not just programming. It's not just typing code. It's writing code that interacts with sound, that interacts with textures, models, animations, voiceovers, creating this grand architecture that interacts with each other. So it is a very, very, very complicated task. Was he a rocket scientist? I wish no, he was not a rocket scientist. In fact, he was a programmer. He wanted to be a game programmer actually, but he never pursued that path. Back in 2000s, the devs used renderware, which Abrar is saying. Back in 2000, the devs used renderware, which had a very generic features. Devs used to write their own custom scripts for the engine. They almost knew the engine architecture. That's true. That is very much true, and that really helped a lot. Like today's developers, they rely on existing frameworks, existing architectures, existing game engines, right? So they don't really have an in-depth understanding of what goes on behind the scenes. They might know how to use that engine to the best of the capability, right? But the developers in the 90s were the real OGs. They knew their craft. Common Ion says, can we make games without coding? You absolutely can. In fact, I recently did a small collaboration with this company called Dimension 3D. And what they've been able to do is they've been able to create this platform wherein you can actually make games without writing code. Zaman Ali, I've already answered the question in the pinned chat. You can just read that, and I think that will drive away your confusion. Okay, so coming back, NetNote Games channel game name trailer dekho. Network gamers, I will take a look at it a little later. I've missed talking to you all, so I'm just going to read a few chats and have a quick talk with you all. Gamekeeper, please go ahead. Old car होगी क्या मुंबई गलीज में? Common, and we've already showcased our cars in the game at multiple occasions. So yeah, I mean, see, the game is based in the 90s, so definitely there will be old cars in the game. Game Kicker, I think I answered your question as far as I remember. Yeah, I answered your question. I answered your question about Mindset and Mafia. Oh wait, ओके, there's one more question that you asked. सर मेरा एक और सवाल था, जैसे रॉकस्टार खुद का गेम इंजन बनाता है, तो क्या आप अपना गेम इंजन बना सकते हैं, एंड क्या गेम इंजन सिर्फ विजुअल्स के लिए है या मैकेनिक्स भी? See, it is a very complicated task to make a game engine. It's one thing to uh, make a game, and it's a whole different thing to make a game engine. Making a game engine is extremely complicated. In fact, I want to actually adore the work that Zishan has done on this game engine, by the way. Dimension 3D is a browser-based game engine that he has developed in India. Okay, it's a game engine that's made in India, and it works on browsers, and it works effortlessly. So it's very complicated. In fact, you know what? I think I will do a small podcast with Zishan to understand the complexities of what goes on in creating a game engine. I think that will be super fun for you all to watch. So stay tuned for that podcast. New वाले लाओ. So common है, and the game is set in the 90s. How will I justify a new car being there in the game? Sir, I mailed you, but you didn't see. Divam Bagra, what did you mail me? Can you just let me know? I'll just check it out, because I get lots and lots of emails through the day. So it is possible that a few get missed, but that is not the intention to miss any of the emails. And I'm sorry if I missed any of your emails. Manas, I read about Aditya getting robofied. By the way, guys, Manas Chaturvedi here is my school friend, and he's perhaps the he and Aditya is are perhaps the only two people from my school that I'm still in touch with as proper friends. Like, yes, there are other people that I know, but Aditya and Manas are the only people who I frequently catch up with just as friends. It's fantastic. There's another Aditya over here. Aditya More, we are not talking about you. And you know what, guys? I'll tell you one thing. So, we have this friend. His name is Aditya Khetan, okay? And he recently got Roka-fied. For those of you who don't know what Roka is, it's basically putting a stop to the searching of a bride and groom from both their sides. So that it's basically like, it's confirmed that these guys are going to get married. And Aditya supposedly is a very good friend of ours, because as I told you, these two are the only people who I'm still in touch with. And Aditya got Roka-fied silently. In fact, we got to know about it. In fact, Manas got to know about it when he saw his status, and he put in a message on the group chat, and Aditya was like, oh, he just shrugged the news off like it was nothing. It meant nothing. It's like, guys, we need justice. Justice for Nikhil and Manas. Please, guys, we need to use this justice for Nikhil and Manas. We've been wronged by our dear friend Aditya. I don't know if I should even call him our friend. Manas, I don't know. Should we call him our friend anymore? I don't know. Anyway, that was just a sidetrack. But welcome, Manas. Nice to see you in my live stream. By the way, I would like to learn few things from you personally. Is it possible, please? So, Divam, in fact, if you're interested in learning things from me in the form of formal education, I'm actually starting this new course called Game Development Accelerator, if that is what you're hinting at. There's this course that I'm starting, and the batch starts in the month of September, which is just about 3 days away, right? You can check out this website, sponschool.com. Here I'm gonna teach you how to make games. So yeah, otherwise uh, otherwise basically, if you just want to get in touch with me, chat with me, you can book a consulting session with me over here on my website. You can check this out. So if you want to like just chat with me and talk with me, you can book a small consultation session, and I would be more than happy to chat with you. Unfortunately, like, I keep these consultation sessions as paid consultation sessions, just because my time is completely blocked nowadays. uh, But yeah, you can use the link and you can book a session, and I will block a calendar by getting in touch with you at a mutually convenient time, and we can chat. All right. Common and can you please type it again? I will have to scroll all the way up, and maybe okay. Let me come back to the chats. I know how to make games, but I want to get in touch with you. So Devam, you can use the consultation session link, and you can book a consultation session, and I would love to chat with you. Okay. Bro, can you share some information about concept design and how to start concept writing or game design? AD NRG gaming, that's a very good question. So the very first step in game development is actually creating your own game design document. In fact, I want to show you some stuff. I think it's this website. Let me just, oh yeah. Here is this website called gamedevs.org. Okay. And I saw one of the documents. I think, one second. I will answer your question, but let me actually show you an interesting thing. Okay, yeah. Uh, so for those of you, okay, I'll quickly answer one question. You publishing games now, right? What kind of games, PC or mobile? So Ayush, we are starting into PC game publishing. In fact, we've already signed up one game called Hello Anxiety that is already under our brand now, and we will be looking forward to get more submissions. In fact, I'm actively talking to a few developers to get their games published under our brand. Anyway, so about game design document. Okay, now this is a game design document, a very early game design document of this game called Diablo. I'm pretty sure you must have heard of this game, Diablo game, right? Now, obviously, in today's age and time, Diablo looks like this, but back in the day, Diablo looked like this. Okay, very crude, very basic graphics, and this is the first pitch document of Diablo game. Okay, so the thing that fascinated me was, if you scroll all the way down to the last slide, this game's development took about 12 months, but look at how they've bifurcated all the different disciplines. So there is design, there is art, there is programming, and there is music and sound. They did not start development for first 2 months. So you can see start month 1, month 2. This was dedicated only to design. Now, when I say design, yeah, Mikey, I'm going to answer your question. Please let me complete my chain of thought. When it comes to design, it's not about creating art. It's not about making 3D assets. It's about planning. You see, they did not start art, they did not start programming, they did not start music for the first 2 months. They made sure that this document was complete. This entire game design document was complete. Only then they moved on to art, programming, and music and sound. This document is a perfect example of a good, healthy game development cycle. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. And how to do that? Well, it's just basically picking up any software, any word editing software, and writing down your thoughts. It's as simple as that. And if you just go to gamedevs.org, I will just put this link in the chat. Just go through these documents, commercial game design documents, and try to mimic them. Try to, like, whatever game you are making on your own, try to learn from these documents and make something of your own. And guys, I can see there are 28 of y'all tuned in and just 14 likes. Come on guys, whoever is new, please hit the like button. Okay, Mikey asks, sir, which college and what degree, like BCS, BTech, BCA after 12th for game dev for a science student? So Mikey, the best part is you don't particularly need any degree to become a game developer. What you need is experience and lots of projects. So start learning the art of game development, and I think once you learn how to make games, start making games, because there's no other better way to get experience than to actually start making your own games, right? So start making your own games, and I think you will get there. You will get there. मेरा कमेंट जस्ट अवॉइड सेंड किया, उसको रीड करो. वेट वेट 1 सेकेंड. कॉमन है, कार का कैमरा एंगल थोड़ा बैक सेट कॉमन है. दैट those are the tweaks and things that we are already doing. Don't worry about it, leave that up to us and let us surprise you, hopefully in a good way. Okay, see, this only works best for a company as a big project. For indie, simple GDD should work and slowly adapt while making games. We should not fall into greed. That is true, Epic. That is true. Spiky says, Sir, I'm a fourth year student at Ecole Kolkata and I've been working at an indie game studio for 2 years now and I'm pretty good with Unity and C Sharp. I want to get into more complex things like Vulkan and maybe even get into creating my own engine later on. What do you think my path should be? I think your path should be firstly 2 years of experience in an indie game studio. That's great. I would say that still give 3 more years. 5 years is a decent time to gain decent amount of experience. You're already a student at Ecole Kolkata, so that's good. You are sorted out with your formal education, and I think you still have uh, like this is your last year at Ecole, from what I know. Like the Ecole course is about 4 years, right? So I would say go on to experience, take on more experience, do freelance projects, make your own games, and try to build your portfolio. Okay, and making a game engine, it's quite ambitious. I would say all the best to you. You can do it, but it's a tough path. So you need to be an expert in science and math, uh, and you can do it. Like at least with today's AI tools, you can easily do it. But I think over reliance on AI tools is also not good. So try to have your fundamentals in place. Your core concepts. Those are something that you need to master. How much do you earn per month, Sarthak? I don't want to disclose that information, but I earn enough to have a decent life. But I'm an entrepreneur, so some months I don't even earn anything. Some months I just have to spend from my pocket. So it's a very tricky situation. People from the outside might feel and think that I have crores and crores of rupees in my personal bank account. That's not true. That's not true. I just want to say, like, I want to put this statement out. I do not have a crore rupees in my personal bank account. No, I don't. If you were to know how much money I have in my personal bank account, you would feel sorry for me. But I don't want to play that card. Anyway, any thoughts on gamer to maker course? I want to join their course. ADRG gaming, I think it's the gamer to maker course is also of great value. In fact, we have hired a couple of students from gamer to maker. So clearly their students are also pretty good. They train their students pretty well. And unfortunately, right now, I think Mr. Rahul Sehgal is going through a little bit of a rough patch with his health. I think from last what I heard, I think he was hospitalized and he needed some blood transfusion. So my prayers and thoughts go out for him. But in terms of gamer to maker, I think there's great value. I think they've got good faculty, and I think they teach good processes as well. But at the same time, I'm also starting with my own courses right now. So I'd recommend my own courses as well. In fact, one of the course that I'm starting fourth batch for is starting on Monday, this Monday, and the pricing for my course is extremely competitive. It is perhaps one of the cheapest courses available for the value that I provide. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out as well. But since your question was specifically about gamer to maker, it's a good course. It's a very good institution as well, and I think the students that we have hired from gamer to maker have been fantastic. So I will definitely recommend them. Lazy Shed Studios, hello. सर आपने अपना YT लाइव का थंबनेल कौन सा सर Danny 69 my YouTube thumbnails are made by this guy called Anant Jain, and he has been one of my subscribers, and he makes some fantastic thumbnails. Yeah, like Huge shout out to Anand. Actually, he makes some very very good thumbnails. I love how you guys like articulate a few of these things, man. Okay, guys, and one more thing I want to tell is I'm also conducting a small boot camp on AI game development, advanced AI game development. So if you are interested in that, that is available for like 499 rupees, which is relatively super cheap. So if you want to check that out, this is in fact I'll just give you a quick overview of the multiple course offerings. So from on Spawn School's website, there are multiple courses. I've done a small AI game development bootcamp on their website, but now I'm conducting advanced AI game development bootcamp through which I will teach you how to use agents in your workflow. This is going to be super fun. 499 rupees only. This will start on 8th of September. It's going to be 1 week long. So 8th of September, that entire week, we are going to learn how to make games using AI agents. And then there are these other courses. This one I'm not taking, certified Unreal Blueprints Professional and certified game programmer. uh, in certified game programmer you will learn Unity game engine, and in Unreal Blueprints Professional of course you will learn Unreal Engine. These two are taken by independent instructors. I am taking 1, 2, 3. This one is already done and dusted, so recordings for this are available. This one is at 99 rupees only. This one is upcoming 499 rupees, and this one is Game Development Accelerator starting on Monday. Okay, let's come back to our chat now. Assi Tussi, Almighty. what are you on Lazy Shed Studios? Sir, what is your long-term goal? Yeah, my long-term goal is to see to grow Gameon Studios, actually to be one of the pioneers in the game publishing space from India, and build from India for the global market. Yash Khatri, check my mail and review my game ASAP. I don't know about ASAP, but I will try to review your game as early as I can. For Mahavatar Narsimha and the industry, character development story are key. Relying on existing worshipped IPs is easier. For hundreds of billion-dollar mark like Hollywood, we need to build. That's true, Ronit. That's a nice perspective. Adanmya Gupta says, is it better to focus on more on Unity and C Sharp, or to focus on low level stuff like making games scratch in C++? Adamya Gupta, I would recommend go ahead and focus on Unity and C Sharp, because like as we move ahead in the world of AI, it is very much possible that it can be a bubble. But if AI adoption becomes really good, then we might not need to rely on such low level languages moving forward. Yes, of course, like for architectural reasons is it's required, but yeah, how do you manage to have such long goals? I don't know, yeah. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just stupid. Who knows? Original characters from scratch with great storytelling. Yeah, that's true. माइकी सर सर जब मैं आपसे IICS की वर्कशॉप में मिला था तो सर दैट टाइम Mumbai Glees, I mean FML, there were no game physics on this. Sir, my question is about present in what about present in game physics in Mumbai Glees? You will see in the game, yeah. I don't want to ruin the experience, but you will see in the game. Okay, Epic asks a very interesting question. When should you create a Steam page for your game? Is it at prototyping phase or demo ready phase, or even as soon as possible? Can you tell your experience on this? That's a very good question, Epic. In fact, I will share some of the mistakes that I've made so that you guys can avoid doing that. Okay. So the question is, when should you make your Steam page? Okay. So very excellent question. Now, to answer this question, I will open up our own Steam page listing. Okay. So right now you can see that in our Steam account, there are a couple of games that we have. Okay, let's take for example hello. Okay, all right. So as you can see over here, there are 4 games in our Steam account. and only one of them has actually released, so which is Temple of Causality. Now, what happened was, with Temple of Causality, we launched the game literally 1 week after, 1 or 2 weeks after the game's Steam page went live. Okay, which meant that we did not have enough time to create wish lists for the game. Okay, Mumbai Release, on the other hand, has been on Steam since 2021 or so, right? And that the natural advantage is that more the time your game gets on Steam as a store page listing, the better it is for you to get wish lists. And wish lists are a way for you to generate sales early on. Okay, not early on per se, but the more number of wish lists you have, the better chances of success your game has. Okay, so Mumbai Release currently has about what, 15 to 20,000 odd wish lists. Okay, which means it's on a good, anything that is above 5,000 wish lists is very very good. Okay, uh, and that's the now with Temple of Causality, unfortunately we did not get that time period, so the wishlist number was super low, and that's the reason why the game did not work as well monetarily. Another mistake that we did was we did not have a demo of Temple of Causality as well, which further led to the game's early demise. Okay, now that's something that we've learned from past experience, and now this game, Hello Anxiety, that we are supporting right now, has a Steam page active right away. Okay, we said that, if you have screenshots, if you have a demo gameplay video, let's make the store page listing live immediately. Okay, now the best part is that now that the game's store page is live, I get to market this. This is the first point of entry for gamers to discover your game. So what will happen is, when the game does go live, Steam will notify all the people who have wishlisted it, and it will get early traction for the game. In fact, I'm going to do this with you guys as well. If you are finding Hello Anxiety for the first time, go ahead and wishlist it on Steam. And the best part is, a demo of this game is also available, so you can check that out as well. Um, I've seen some hilarious reactions from people who have played this game, and I would love for you all to check out this game and create content and put it on your channel. If you do that, I will personally come and comment on each and every single video that you put out for Hello Anxiety, and I will share it on my channel and on my social media handles as well. So go ahead, guys. Demo of Hello Anxiety is already live. Check it out and make some content. Uh, the game, Lazy Shed Studio said, I talked to Harshit about it, as well as the guy who developed this. Causality, Temple of Causality, right? See, it's okay. I mean, see, here's the thing. You should be ready to fail, you know, just because, like, it's okay. It was a learning experience for us. What can I say? Not everything can be successful, and not everything needs to be successful. Okay. Hardik Pahlajani says, Sir, do you know VIT Bhopal? We have a degree of BTech in CSE, specialization in gaming technology. So what are your views on it? Hardik, I really sincerely support any and every institute that wants to introduce game development in some shape and form in their formal curriculum, because it is needed. Education around game development is needed. We need more people to get into game development so that we can make better experiences. And now, as a positive outcome of the recent online betting games ban, I think we are going to see a huge boost in casual games, casual and hardcore games that are meant just for entertainment purposes. So I think now more than ever, we need more institutes. I don't know what sort of curriculum they have at VIT Bhopal, so I can't say specifically what needs to be there, but I think just the fact that they have a specialization means great. But you're not sure if they are good or not. It would be wrong for me to say if they are good or not. I don't want to make that decision just by hearing and getting excited that they are doing this at their end. Okay. Sir, I didn't got the actual concept behind Hello Anxiety. I kept getting by the ghost after meeting Library Girl and couldn't progress any further. Can you explain it? So, couple, yeah. So, a couple of things. I think there are a few visual cues that are missing in the game. So, the creatures that you see, right? You have to point your spotlight at them so that they die. Second thing is that you need to be able to use the spotlight to identify the map. The biggest challenge is to identify how to navigate through the map. Okay, and it's about, you know, this character that deals with anxiety and is afraid of the dark. So you can see the anxiety meter rising slowly and steadily. So if you want to like if the anxiety goes beyond a little bit, beyond a certain threshold, then you have to rapidly tap right click, which essentially just helps you control your anxiety. In fact, I've heard feedback of people that have said that, you know, that right click, tapping right click is a very good mechanic. So you can check that out. I mean, I would recommend that you give it a try again. Arkadeep Basu Malik, hi Nikhil, hello from Kolkata. You're a hardworking, passionate person. I admire you. Thank you so much, Arkadeep. I really appreciate all the comments. And by the way, guys, how many of you guys are planning this year to come to IGDC? Let's take a quick poll. Are you coming to IGDC? Let's start a poll. And guys, we have 24 people watching this and 24 likes. That's a nice balance. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Is IGDC shifted to Chennai? So while they have not officially made an announcement yet, but I think I can sort of confirm with you all that it is going to be in Chennai. Oh, Kapil, I would definitely recommend that you play it with a mouse. Sir, when IGDC is form getting open for students, their website is still under development. I don't think they have activated the new website yet. It is still the old website. It is not being open for anyone right now, as of now. Like the tickets have not gone live yet. It's still stuff from 2024. Okay, what else, guys? What are you guys up to? So that's nice, and we are on 28 likes. Let's see if we are able to hit 50 likes today. Certainly approx date. So for IGDC, the date is 5th to 7th of November. Red Rhino, please read the pinned chat that I have pinned on this live stream, and you will get your answer. Shadowkill. Shadowkill says, I'm working on a sci-fi FPS shooter, planning to publish it next year. Before that, should I publish small game on Steam? Like, this is my first production project. So Shadowkill, like, it really depends, because if you plan to publish a small project on Steam before your FPS game, that small project will also take considerable amount of time for you, because production pipeline on Steam is extremely time consuming. I'll explain you how it works. So first and foremost, you have to buy a uh, Steam credits to be able to make a listing of your game. That is about $100. Okay. The next thing is, once you do that, you have to create a store page. And once you have all the store page items ready, Steam will take up to 2 weeks to approve your Steam page. And if your game gets rejected, if that Steam page listing gets rejected for any reason, like you will have to rework and resubmit it. Okay. Once that is done, ideally you have to wait at least for 2 to 3 months for your Steam page to breathe its life. You know, otherwise, if you launch if you launch your game immediately after the Steam page goes live, you will not get enough conversions unless you are a big popular YouTuber or an influencer, right? So you need to wait for 2 to 3 months for the page to breathe its own life. And once that is done, you in between also have to put out a demo. You have to then once your game is ready, submit your build to Steam. That's another 2 weeks of time for your game to go live. So it's a lengthy process. So even for a small game, it will easily consume minimum of 4 months. Minimum of 4 months, unless you have like mastered the entire art of store page listing everything. It is still very difficult to get it done with before 4 months. So if you're ready for that, go for it. Otherwise, just focus on one game and then build that. uh, okay. Lazy Shed Studios, you're building a live stream community slowly. People are increasing every day. Yeah, I mean that's the point. See, I feel that I'm good at content creation, and I think I'm good at talking, and I think I can just talk and entertain you guys. I don't feel offended that easily, so you guys can just say anything, and I can just shrug it off as a joke. And I love talking, and now that I'm speaking in English. Earlier I used to do these sessions in Hindi, so a lot of people from India used to tune in and talk to me in Hindi and all. But I realized that almost everyone in India can speak English. We are educated enough. So now I think I want to capture the audience globally, so that eventually the games that we build, because let's face it, the only people that are going to pay for our games are people from outside of India. People from India are probably going to just pirate our games, and that's just a cold hard truth. There's no two ways about it. But I love you guys. Like I love India for sure. Uh, I'm an Indian for sure, right? Uh, but I'm also running a business, so I have to look at it from that perspective as well. So I would love to have interactions with people from outside of India as well. I think English is a very common language spoken throughout the entire world. Almost everyone understands it, and you'll be surprised, like we Indians speak the most English than almost anywhere in the world. So yeah, why not? Uh, Ronit Kumar Sahu says, any thoughts on for how India's animation industry may grow and how indie teams might approach investors for seed investment? I think it's a little bit tough time to raise investment for games right now, primarily because of the confusion around the gaming industry. In fact, you know what? I actually, after the entire fiasco happened with the real money games, I got a call from my bank as well, asking me, what do you guys do? Are you into betting games? Or what sort of games do you make? So I literally had to, you know, explain to them what we do. I had to explain how games are made. I had to explain, what sort of services we offer, etc., etc. So it was a little bit of a tough situation. So even though the companies that deal with real money gaming, those are banned, but the other lot, like developers like us who make casual games or hardcore games, we still have to live with that brunt of explaining what we do. But anyway, I'm going to end the poll for IGDC now. 64% people have said that they are going to come to IGDCs. 36% people have said that they are not. So guys, for those of you who are not going to come to IGDC, I'm going to miss you all, because I love interacting with people. I love talking to people. I love saying hi, posing for pictures and whatnot with people at the conference. And if you like, if you're not there, I think you're kind of missing out on a lot of fun stuff. But anyway, I hope to see you guys again. Zentertain, hello. Kapil Kingrani, hello. Epic asks, what is the main benefit of publishing with Game Studios? Basically, what advantage we get? Is it something we do in isolation or open to discuss? Well, I am actually open to discuss this, like because okay. Before I answer your question, Epic, I just want to quickly mention something to Zishan. So Zishan, a couple of people over here are interested in learning how game engines are made, and I've promised them that I will do a podcast with you, a technical podcast on what goes behind the scenes in making a game engine. So if we could make that podcast happen, we can schedule a call sometime in the next week, and I think we should talk about it. It's an exciting topic because from a tech perspective, it is very fascinating. A lot of my audience over here also wants to create their own game engines. So I think it will be a great knowledge sharing session. Okay, now coming back to Epic's question, what is the main advantage of publishing with Game On Studios? The biggest advantage is me. Uh, I think I have my primary YouTube channel now. The views on my YouTube channel naturally are not that good as they used to be, but my Instagram account is blowing up like crazy. If you just go to my Instagram account, you check out some of my recent videos, they're doing pretty well in terms of views, and I think I will be able to bring you guys a lot of coverage. And people out there, content creators are constantly looking at each other's content, and I've seen that happening when I create content around a specific game. While my personal views might not be that much, but there are people out there who watch my content and create content around the games that I play, right? So I think that's a natural advantage, that I can get you all a snowball effect, which will help you accelerate your game. Secondly, as a company, as a Game Studios, we are in contact with some of the major distributors out there. So we will be able to get you better distribution for your games. And here's the thing, here's a honest truth. We are also new into the publishing space right now, but I think we have been able to create business sense out of our games. And that's the reason why we have survived in the industry for the last 12 years. Like, guys, I've been in the industry for the last 12 years. So I think that speaks volumes. It's just like sometimes it's also the amount of time that you've been in the industry, right? That just makes sense. Udbhav asks, if I want to switch my career from backend development to game development, what role would be best for me to learn? I can code, but I don't enjoy it that much. So Udbhav, you can try your hands at game uh, design if you're really interested in planning out stuff on what should happen in a game or not. If you don't enjoy programming, I would say you can explore game art or game design. Mm. I've done a bunch of videos on my channel on explaining what is game design, so you can just look them up. Or just to explain you briefly what game design is thinking of how or what makes a game fun to play. So it's a very technical and non-technical job at the same time, because it is about thinking about human psychology. So yeah, you can try your hands on game design. What is your max revenue generated? Oh, maximum revenue. It was in the year 2020. We did about 2.36 crores revenue that year. Pradeep, yeah, 5th to 7th of November is when IGDC is happening. Although they have not officially announced it yet, but I think I can. Can we see Mumbai Grease at Gaming Con, like a small playable demo kind of? Abhishek, it depends. Here's the thing, like, uh, it's very tricky, this part, because what happens is, uh, we've showcased the game multiple times at various different conferences, but till the point of time our game is not ready and polished, um, it gets judged as the game being like that. So I think if we have a polished demo ready, then we will show it. Otherwise, we won't. We'll just stay silent. I'm enjoying my peace these days. Like, people are saying very, very weird comments and all. I just read them and ignore, because I know my reality, and I think once the dust settles down, I think it should be all sorted out. Karthik Goswami, hello. Red Rhino asks, could you share some struggles and some benefits regarding the Mumbai Grease development? If possible, share guidelines from your PC perspective for more understanding. Absolutely. I think uh, I can share some struggles and interesting stories. See, the biggest struggle was, and regardless of what people think, the biggest struggle has actually been fundraising. because people think that we are just getting money just like that. No, it's not true. And why do we need money? Well, we have to employ people. uh, I remember once we had actually run out of money. you know uh, if I were to see like my personal position, I had 200 rupees in my bank account, and the company was also in a lot of debt. uh, we did not have enough money to pay our own employees as well at the time, and surviving through those times was very tricky. uh, I remember like some of the people who supported us turned against us. uh, Suddenly there was it's a very tough time, actually, very tough time. mm. uh, I don't want to. It's just it's just so difficult to portray and tell people that you're struggling when people don't want to hear that perspective, and they just want to put their own perspective and attach a sensational tagline to it and just assume anything. It's just, i I don't know what to say. I think that was one part. Okay, the money part of it. The second part of it was figuring out uh, how to make a game of this scale, because it's a technical challenge, and we've not built something like this in the past. We have built multiple smaller games. Some of them have got millions and millions of downloads as well. So we've done that, but we've never made a game of this scale. And a lot of people say that, you know, then why not make smaller games? We've done that. We've already done that. Now we want to rise up to the next level. And when you're rising up to the next level, there's a lot of resistance that you get, right? Resistance in terms of self belief, resistance in terms of motivation, resistance in terms of support. There's a lot of that. And I think what matters is the output. Nobody cares about the process, is what I've learned. So I just stopped talking about the struggles. Like it just labels me in front of people that he's just making excuses, which is not true. Which is not true. I mean, I just I wish people could see things and experience my life from my perspective, but it is just what it is. Heavy, but yeah, that is just a cold hard truth. Alison says once the game is out, I will purchase it twice. Thanks a lot, buddy. That means a lot. Okay, there are 24 people watching this, about 33 likes. We have a likes target of 50, so please, please, please give it a like. Somebody who just play games, just assume. Epic says someone who just plays games, just assumes games are like set dressing only. Design the level and turn on third person, and Mumbai Grease is ready. It's true, right? I mean, I've seen so many comments of people saying that why is it taking so much time? You just like put in a city, put in a character, and everything works by itself. I it's tough to explain the process of game development to people who have only played games for the sake of entertainment. And I don't blame them either. This is not me blaming them, okay? This is just me as a developer sharing my frustration. A lot of people might not know, but so many games have been under development for such a long time. A lot of games were in development for 6 7 years and got cancelled. They never saw the light of the day. So it is tough. you know we saw what happened with Maya Nagri. Unfortunately, the studio had to shut down. uh, just yesterday I was looking at a reel posted by a friend of mine. he was talking about this game that was under development by Rockstar Games. It was a game called Agent. This game was under development for 15 years. Okay, developed by Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games, 15 years. Just put that into perspective. And they cancelled it. The game never saw the light of the day. Apparently, they were claiming it to be better than GTA 5 at the time during its development. So it's a tough industry to be in, guys. I mean, it's don't take it as a joke. It's no joke at all. It's not a child's play. Everyone can play a game, but not everyone can make a game. Ayush says maybe you should make missions after map is ready and publish it as early access. But here's the thing, right, Ayush? Like, if we release it at early access and the mechanics are not good and the game is not fun to play, then your game just dies. Your game dies in early access. Nobody's going to get a game, like, unless you have massive marketing budgets like Cyberpunk 2077 or this game called No Man's Sky. They were at it for a very long time. Cyberpunk 2077 was a disaster at launch, but because CD Projekt Red had a good financial standing, they could support the development of the game and they could make it better. For smaller studios like us, it's hit or miss. You make it or you die. What else? What else? Vedant Kumbhar, hello. Okay, so what's up, guys? What's new? Have you guys like anyone over here had Ganpati at their place? How was that celebration? Do you get any one of you guys had Ganpati at your place? Vedant Kumar says, stay calm, ignore the haters and trollers, and keep working hard. Everyone will be fine, sir. Ganpati Bappa Moria. Ganpati Bappa Moria. Abhishek, fantastic year. Wishing you and your family very happy Ganesh Chaturthi, belated happy Ganesh Chaturthi, and I wish Bappa blesses you, and not just you, but everyone who is watching this video and everyone who is not watching this video with immense love, laughter, wealth, prosperity, and everything good. Kapil says it takes time, it takes money, it takes marketing, it takes legit experimentation. It's not always about one person being the face, it takes two. That's true, right, Kapil? That's true. I sh- uh, Even for that one mission, your mechanics should be right. And for an open world game, it's not just that one mission. Because even if you do that, like you get criticized for that as well. You say you're going to add one mission, people will not listen to your messaging. They will be like, this is a half game. Why did you release it? Why did you release it if you knew that it was not ready? Why are you giving us a half game? Why are you giving us a half baked game? It's just they listen on Steam, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. Tomorrow I will be going to Darshan for Lal Bagh Saraja. Fantastic, yaar, Abhishek. I wish you all the best. Ayush, for the scale and hype that we've built for the game, I'm playing a game that actually adds missions monthly. Let's see, yaar. Let's see. I have not played a game high on life. Sorry. Have you ever worked under someone, Karthik? Yes, I have worked under someone. In fact, in 2017 to 18, I had worked under the ex CTO of Nazara Technologies at the time. He had started his own new company called Talking Pixels, and I had worked under him as the tech lead. So I was responsible for, you know, creating a team and looking after the tech stack and stuff. By the way, do you have people in your company dedicated to marketing? Ayush, I am marketing. I am handling marketing. I mean, I think for marketing we did have one person, but I think, because of my YouTube presence and my following on Instagram and whatnot, I think the marketing bit is pretty much sorted for us. And in fact, like the whole reason why I'm doing these YouTube streams in a way is because of this aspect of marketing. Marketing is very important. Like developing something is one thing, but marketing is blowing things out of the proportion, and I think I'm good at that. I hope I'm good at that, because if not, then I don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life. So please try High on Life if you would get so many ideas on how to make game environment interactable and enjoyable. Okay, I'll check it out. It's not about game, it's about proper prototyping, bug-free game code. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Epic, that is exactly true. Sir, आपका नाम तो marketing मालनकर होना चाहिए. You guys should make memes on that. Marketing Malankar. I like that. Papa is watching your hard work, sir. I'm following you since 2 years, and because of you, I took the course called BSc in Game Art, and I look forward to work with you, sir. Wow, yeah, that's very heartwarming to hear, Vedant. I hope you are doing well in your course, and I wish you all the best. What are the specs of my PC? My PC has, I will show you actually, I can show you. Allison says you able to create mods when you were in 9th standard. Have you watched your full story in Zasasen? Yeah, yeah, Allison, those were fun times. I was just fortunate enough that my dad had got me a PC very early on in my life. So for those of you who are asking me for my PC specs, this is my PC specs. I have a AMD Ryzen 5 processor, 5600X, 16 GB RAM, which is too less I feel nowadays. And then I have a NVIDIA RTX 4070. Kapil says, honestly, gamers should not be the one getting to comment about the development process. They legit don't understand what development even is. They don't focus on mechanics and more on judging graphics. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think it's two ways, right? Firstly, you require gamers for your games, you know, because without gamers, you're building your game for yourself. So it is, I think, to a certain extent also the responsibility of developers to decide when to showcase to the gamers, because gamers, as you said, don't understand the dev process, but gamers also want frequent updates on when the game is going to be released, what is happening, is the game under development or not even. So it is a fine balance. I think Rockstar Games does this the best. They don't talk about the game till they have something substantial in process, right? Like GTA 6 trailer 1 and trailer 2 had so much of a time difference. So yeah. So honest reply, is game dev worth in India? So in terms of pay scale, because of the messed up unit economics, we have more supply than demand. Pay scale is low, but I think game development is very gratifying. I love game development, and I'm still in India, so yeah, it is worth it. Karthik says, tech lead sounds really good. I'm stuck at this small scale service based company as a full stack developer. It's hard to switch because of this AI bubble thing. That's true, right? I mean, this AI bubble is actually real. Like, we are now starting to see cracks in this entire concept of AI development, agents and all, because it gives you code, but if as a developer you can't understand your own code or a code that is generated by AI, then what's the point? So yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a tough time. Yeah, so as I said, it's a fine balance that developers need to, and I don't think Kapil is being arrogant. It's just his thought process. It's just his point of view, right? But I think developers have a bigger responsibility of talking about their game when they are confident about the game that they've built. But it's also true that they need to hear harsh things about their game so that they can make improvements and changes. So it's like it's difficult. It's difficult. And I don't see that changing ever. I don't think that'll ever change. Sir, can India produce games like GTA? Cause GTA 6 का ज़्यादातर काम Indians ने किया है, so talent और hard work की कमी नहीं है. So what's lacking? So Jay, what is lacking is in a sense a direction, because we've worked on these global games, but not as product owners. We have worked on these games as outsourcing partners. We have made bits and pieces of the game, not the whole game altogether. That's one. Second part is money. To make big games you need money. This just like games, and people ask this question, why do you need money? The simple question answer to this question is, you need money to have an office, you need money to pay salaries, you need money to help buy a system as well. Like games are not going to make themselves on air, right? When we decided to launch Mumbai Gullies, we not just hired people, but we purchased lots and lots of computers. Every system costs anywhere between 80,000 to 1.5 lakh, maybe 2 lakhs if it's a proper good RTX rig with nice 32 GB RAM and all. So it is expensive, and that's what's lacking right now. A mix of direction and funds. Uh, okay. And yeah, even software licenses, as Epic said, software licenses. So burger खाओगे नहीं यार, अभी मैंने खाना खा लिया है. But anyway, guys, I think we are way beyond 12 o'clock now, and I also need to go to sleep. Tomorrow, I'm also heading out for some Ganpati Darshan on Saturday. So, me along with my wife, we're just gonna hop around the city a little and do some Ganpati Darshan. So, I just need to rest myself now. It was a long day for me, so I will take a leave from you guys now. But this was a lot of fun. I loved talking to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed chatting with me as well. I will be back on my live stream on Monday. So until then, you guys have a fantastic weekend ahead. With that in mind, I will start with my outro dialogue. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me. If you did, hit the like button. If you're finding my channel for the first time, hit the subscribe button. My name is Nikhil Malankar. I'm a game developer by profession, and on my YouTube channel, I make content around games and game development. In this video, I had a lot of fun talking to you guys. Hairline recede कर रही है. नहीं यार, my hairline has been like this only. If I just do like this, you'll see my hair popping up like this. But my hair has always been like this. I will answer one last question by Divam Bagra. What was it? I can't find your question. I'm having RTX 4060 i5 14600K RAM, 32 GB. That's a good config, Divam. That's a very good config. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it for. What was your question then, Divam? What are the specs of PC? I answered you. What are the specs of PC? I answered your specs are good. But what is your question then? What did I miss? Okay, I'm gonna wait till Divam types his response, and then I'll be done for the day. Now I've just texted. I can't see your text, unfortunately. Network gamers, I will check your game out in my next stream. I'm just done for the day. Okay. But I've seen your game's trailer, Haveli, the first trailer I saw. I will check it. I'll check your next trailer as well on Monday. Please do come and remind me once again. Alright then. It's also the fact that I have slow mode active, so you'll always need like 10 seconds more to type. It's in caps. Unfortunately, Devam, I don't see any caps comment from you. Epic, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Okay, Devam, please come back on Monday. I will answer your question then. I'm done for the day. I have to rest. Uh, because I just have to. I just need to rest, man. I just need to rest. I've been working long hours today. All right then, guys. Before you go to sleep, don't forget to brush your teeth, and it's very important to take care of your teeth as well as your health. That's it for this stream. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, take care, and I love you all.